Yes, today in this video I am going to give the introduction about coordinate geometry. Okay, coordinate geometry is a link between geometry and algebra and algebra and this coordinate geometry, whatever the topics are there, that all topics is also used in trigonometry. Nothing but applications of coordinate geometry are in trigonometric calculus. Like that, you can see in so many disciplines. Okay, so mainly coordinate geometry for what it is eh, used. Mainly, it is used for plotting plotting a point. Say, for example, in our real life, whenever the scientists leave the rockets and all, satellites and all, they are used to see on system like dots blinking and blinking as it is going up. The blinking light point also goes up and so on. So how can you see the doll? The doll is based on the coordinate geometry. So for plotting a point, based on this plotting a point, this coordinate geometry is prepared. Okay, how we use that? How, in which way we are using that means, first of all, we should know about Cartesian plane, Cartesian system. In this Cartesian system, we have a plane, right? This full is a plane, right? So this plane, that wherever we are taking the plane, that plane is divided into four parts by drawing a vertical line and horizontal line. Okay, vertical line and horizontal line. Using this particular space, we can plot the point. Okay, so based on this we are plotting. So first we must know about what is this, right? So this horizontal line is called as x-axis. X-axis, this side, let us write x. Okay, this is x dash, and this vertical line is called as y-axis. Y-axis. So here it is y and this is y dash. And wherever you take two intersection lines, they have one common point, right? As these are in perpendicular way, they are having even one more common point, that is called as origin, and name it as O. Okay, this is about the Cartesian plane. See, as you have drawn these two lines, what you observe, ma? What you observe here? This 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, it is divided. This particular plane is divided from here to here. This plane is divided into 4 equal parts, right? 4 equal parts, and each part is called as quadrant. Each part is called as quadrant. We call this as first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. By using these perpendicular lines and by using these quadrants and all, we are used to plot the point so that we can understand where that particular point is placing in the plane. Okay, so let us see. Yes, about quadrants we have to know something. So, if you go to first quadrant, let us draw the figure first. To understand it easily, we must draw a figure and then explain. I will explain. Okay? This is origin O, and here 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you all know about integers. Integers are nothing but both negative 0 and positive numbers. This will combinedly called as integers. So this side you will get negative numbers. -3, -4, -5 and so on. and this is y axis, that is the upper side you will get positive and the lower side you will get negative. Like this. Okay. Now if you observe the first quadrant, what you observe? X axis. This is x axis, no? And this is y axis. This is y axis. What you observe here in the first quadrant, x values all are positive and y values all are positive. So whenever you have to plot a point, before this we must know one thing. Here we will write whenever we have it is given point, it is specified in some this way 3, 5 like that. This type of specification is called as ordered pair. Okay, ordered pair. The first one comes to x coordinate, means whatever the point is given, that will be you have to take in the x axis, x coordinate, and this one is y coordinate. That means this number should be plotted on the y axis. Okay, got it? Y coordinate. And this, the other name for this x coordinate is called as abscissa, and this y coordinate is called as ordinate. Okay ma, got it? What we call this type of specification as ordered pair. By using this, we will be given some points in this way. Those points you must plot using these numbers and these lines. Got it? So, particularly coming to this, in first quadrant, in first quadrant, if you take x comma y, x is positive, y is also positive in first quadrant. Coming to second quadrant, this is positive. That means second quadrant, x comma y, if you take, y is positive and x is negative. That is in second quadrant. Next, coming to third quadrant, x comma y, if you take, this is negative and this is also negative. X axis negative, y axis is also negative. Next, coming to fourth quadrant, if you take x comma y, here this is x axis, x axis is positive and y axis is negative. Okay, got it? First quadrant we have both positive, and in second quadrant we have x negative, y positive. In third quadrant both x and y are negative. In fourth quadrant you have x positive and y negative. Got it? This is very important and this is very useful in trigonometry also. This specific quadrants, negative or positive values are mainly you will be used in trigonometry. Okay. Now let us see how to plot a point on the coordinate system. First take a point. Before I took a point 3, 5. So by seeing that given point, can you say what is the quadrant it must be placed? We have to say first, we have to observe both the x and y coordinates. This is positive, this is positive. So it comes under first quadrant. So if I write numbers here, where it comes ma, here it is 3 and it is 5. So here is the point 3, 5. Okay. Here if you observe, this is x coordinate. This x coordinate specifies the distance from the origin to that particular point, and this shows the y-axis distance from origin to that particular point. Okay. Let us take one more point, that is minus 2, 1. Here it is given x-axis negative, y-axis positive. Where you will get x negative and y positive? In second quadrant. This is x-axis and which are negative numbers, which have negative numbers. Okay. So here y is positive, x is negative. Substitute, plot that point 2 and this is 1. This is minus 2 comma 1. In this way, you can plot the points using the coordinate Cartesian system. Okay. In this way, we will use.